Yeah, this is the tip of the dildo. Well, I don't know all these Navy terms that that Steve Bannon uses for Mike Lindell. The tip of the pillow, the the anchor for the rocket booster of the armor piercing shimp of Trumpistan, Mike Lindell, who apparently sent pillows to the truckers and was turned away. Now there's going to be There's going to be some sort of good Lord. Thank you, Raphael. What pod was I on? I was on unlicensed therapy. They'll put it up when they put it up. Okay, hold on.
Mike Lind.
Yeah. We're gonna dump right out of this dude and go straight into Mike Lindell. How very sad. But yeah, in case you don't know, Mike Lindell never wanted to let an opportunity go by where he could use what some people might think is a deeply ethical, moral activity or belief system, like the Christianity that he purports to believe by wearing a cross around his neck, and I suppose the idea of freedom, which he allegedly believes in the process of this, allegedly believing, he sent unselfishly sent a giant truck full of pillows to these guys with a big My Pillow ad with a promo code on the side of it. You know, that the kind of selfless acts we expect.
Dell, Mike, you've got this involvement in Canada. They're blowing you up. I got to ask you.
Yeah, you've got this involvement in. No, you don't. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have an involvement at all. He sent pillows so that he could use this as an opportunistic way of advertising his product.
Live on the show the other day, you got debanked.
He wasn't live on the show. He came on to bitch about it. He didn't get a text of it when he was on the air, did he?
Right. Our audience wants to know. Give us an update on that. You're not going to shut down my story. You're not going to shut down the network, the Christian.
No, he's all in on Ethereum and Bitcoin right now.
Network, the Mike Lindell Recovery Network. Tell us what's happening with the banking.
Yeah, believe me, the Mike Lindell Recovery Network is not going to have any problems since it has no money and spends no money. It's a referencing website so he can pat himself on the back. It sends them, like, people who are looking for help with their addiction. Thank you, Kathy. To a Yelp listing of the usual suspects in terms of people getting help for drug addiction.
Yeah, it's we've moved stuff over to a bank that wants us, and
yes, Wanami Bank in Upper Wanami near the Wanami River. One of them, it's a tribal bank from the Wanama Money tribe. It's not a real tribe, but they it works. Look, I know a guy in a casino cage. He's letting me park the money there.
We've actually, now that would be our third bank that we're using, and I had a backup plan, so anyone out there worried Frank's speech is going to keep going on.
Yeah, we know you're paying for that with cash out of your pocket.
Lindell Recovery Network, Lindell TV. We're going to keep moving forward, and it was kind of ironic, Steve. They say if you give anything to the people in Canada, you get debanked. Well, I've already got it made, right?
Yeah, nobody said that.
Well, no, but I want to go. Christy Freeland.
The gelato lady just, somebody just leaked everybody's name. By the way, people who thought this was okay or weren't on the side of the white supremacists in this, if they're giving money to that because they think mandates are against freedom, I think they're dumb, but I don't believe they need to be shut down. They can be reasoned with as human beings.
Came out and talked about financing domestic terrorism up there, and the justice manager.
Well, yeah, because they are shipping guns up, dumbass.
As I said, if you're pro-Trump and giving resource supporting, you're in trouble. Watch out. What are you financing? Are you supporting or financing domestic terrorism in our great ally to the north, Canada?
Well, no. He's paying for American terrorists to take guns across the border. So technically, they wouldn't be domestic terrorists. They would be international. He's financing international terrorism by the standard you were just making. Steve, thanks for Mike Lindell. How does it feel to be the new Osama bin Laden?
Mike Lindell.
Satire.
Absolutely not. We're trying to get pillows to them and Bible pillows
Yeah, Bible pillows.
for the kids.
For the kids? What the hell does he think they have in these trucks? I gotta block this road. I got a truck full of children. Good Lord. Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. Gifting the subs. Bless you.
I've just got some reports here out of Canada. They're comparing the Freedom Convoy donations to terrorist financing. There's mysteriously a couple banks closed up there. I want to tell everybody.
Mysteriously. Yeah, these banks just, the mysterious bank closures.
This morning to get the truck across, and they mysteriously, it says, due to unforeseen circumstances, we are not giving out any more permits. Now, our permit was all we scheduled for this morning to get across. Now we got to divert the trucks to another location out by New York, and but we're going to get them across, Tom. And by the way, everybody,
I'm sorry. You're gonna get. Who are you talking to?
For this morning to get across. Now we got to divert the trucks to another location out by New York, and but we're going to get them across, Tom.
Yeah, Tom. Tom Bannon. If you don't know Tom Bannon, he's Steve Bannon's conjoined twin. Sometimes they just rotate in the seat. Thanks, Ray. Tom, who the fuck is Tom?
And by the way, everybody, I'm not bringing
Tom, Steve, everybody.
I'm not dropping pillows with little.
70 people were arrested today in Ottawa, and they were using the kids as shields. They won't need the pillows. Oh, good. Good to know. And thanks, a lumpy house. Look at that. You guys.
Helicopters into Canada with little parachutes.
That was supposed to be a joke, I think.
Go back to because the Daily Beast stories were absurd.
Tom is the name of the growth on Steve Bannon's forehead. Is that what we're going with?
But let's go back to these permits. What do you mean they
Quaid
pulled your permits? You had permits. You had what, visas to go across? What did they actually pull? And what are you guys doing as a workaround?
Yeah. What are you doing as a workaround? Are you using the My Pillow airplane? Oh, you sold that, right?
They didn't pull it. It was an extra permit you had to get, and we hadn't had to get them before. And
well, you were never interfering with the international crossings before. You were just bringing pillows into the country.
Expedite ours. They were really good on the phone the last few days. They would normally take 5 days. They expedite it.
And then they realized, he's not bringing pillows into the country as a product to sell and paying tariffs on it like he normally does. He's bringing them in to give them to the people who are shutting down our downtown areas and blocking ambulances.
Getting it this morning, and when my trucker called this morning, he said,
I could so relate. You guys, haven't you gotten a call from your trucker? You know, who among us doesn't have their own trucker?
Said, it was a recording. He said first time he got a recording. Due to unforeseen circumstances, we are not taking any calls.
Excuse me. I'm about to sneeze and nope. It's tickling right here. I had to spray myself with mosquito spray because that mosquito is back in the back house. Grumble.
And we will not be moving forward with any permits at this time.
Yeah, because they've got too many trucks that aren't doing anything, that are just gacking up the works.
So I don't know if we're still waiting to see if we got ours, but we're going to Plan C.
Yes, that. By the way, for all of you that don't know, Plan C is the name of the internet company he's using right now.
And we're moving trucks further east.
Yes, it's part of the strategic tip of the dildo plan.
But I also want to make sure people.
We're going to get them across in pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, the pillows in pieces. They're going to take them feather by feather, patented Phil by patented Phil. Hi, by the way, nice to meet you, patented Phil. Pleasure to meet you. It's a character I'm going to start.
But
hi.
We got a couple of minutes here. I just want people to know you've got a commitment. You've got a facility up in Canada.
Oh, Betsy, thank you so much. Oh, for the breaks, helping me out for my breaks. Thank you so much. Hold on, where'd the mouse go? There it is. For Oh, just contributing across, and the G-string. That's very sweet. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. For my OnlyFans. Great.
You have Canadian workers. Mike Lindell's not some Johnny-come-lately. He's not out there stirring trouble. You've got a vested interest in what's going on.
No, he doesn't. That's the point. This truck is not for normal business. He wants an extra permit to take another truck across, allegedly initially full of product, which he would have to register with the government because he's selling products in a foreign country that he's bringing across the border. But he was like, fuck that. I don't need it. I'm Mike Pillow. And then they go, what are these pillows for? Are you going to sell them in one of your stores? Are you fulfilling orders? Nah. I'm going to give them to the guys gacking up your streets and stopping your ambulances and school buses and police officers.
Up there because you have a plant, you have employees, you have...
regular people trying to get to and from work.
You have facilities, is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, we have a facility up in Canada about an hour and a half out of Ottawa, but we don't have enough supplies there to give the truckers because of they canceled this in Canada when they did My Pillow in the United States. The shopping channel up there and all the rotten box stores, the bed, bathroom beyond.
This is great. By the way, super high quality. I can't help but picture Brannon House, the guy who runs Lindell TV, laughing his ass off as he's eating a steak dinner with a nice Sauvignon Blanc. Now you wouldn't eat that. That's white wine. You don't have that with steak. Well, he would. Never mind. Point I'm trying to make: eating high on the hog, while Mike's in a shitty Ottawa hotel running on the Motel 6 Wi-Fi.
But we're, and so we were bringing them from my Minnesota plant, and we worked very hard to make all these, my employees, and we're going to get them up there, Steve. We got a bunch of truckers have gotten.
Wait a minute. You have a facility up there that makes pillows in Canada, and they don't have the materials you need, but they don't really need them anymore because you've been canceled by the big box stores. So your people made pillows to give to. This is a bullshit story.
No, we're going to take them over in different groups in smaller lots, smaller.
Yeah, pocket pillows they're called, and I don't approve of their use.
Lots, so maybe 3,000-4,000 at a time.
Mike, we've got a minute here. I want to talk about Lindell TV, your show, because this is what they're trying to shut down.
Because that's what you're insisting I talk about, so that you'll give me ad money, so that I can keep my code, whatever it is, Tom666 promo code Tom666.
That's why they pulled the bank lines on you. You got a minute. Walk through people, how they get to you, how they watch your show, and why are they so nervous about this? Why all of a sudden Lindell's got his own TV deal, and they're in panic? Mike Lindell.
Well, they're not in panic. They're just not going to finance it, and it looks bad for the bank. And they're like, I don't necessarily want to put my money in a bank that supports the extrajudicial overthrow of our government. It's just a. By the way, I'm glad that Tom Bannon. I always get it mixed up, and Mike Pillow. I'm Tom Pillow. I need to say I appreciate that both of them are coming out in support of OnlyFans artists and porn stars, especially, and I suppose sex workers of all sorts who have been bumped off of Visa and MasterCard and banking systems and PayPal and stuff like that because people don't morally want to share a site with somebody earning a living using their body in some way they find morally reprehensible. I'm certain that Mike Pillow and Steve Bannon are for these folks being reinstated a fucking sap. Sorry. Speaking of a fucking sap. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, they want to take away our voice, everybody. That's if you take away a voice, if you don't have a voice, it's over.
Oh, yeah. And if you don't have good internet, what good is having a voice even?
And they trying to do this since January 7th to the world, to everyone else in the world,
right.
Since January 7th of 2021.
Since January 7th of 2020? Oh, I see. You mean right after a murderous mob stormed the Capitol and tried to overturn our democracy, hand it over to a would-be dictator so he could cling to power? You mean that? I don't know why people get touchy about that. Why are they so sensitive about that? Ask Tom. Hype train.
Lindell TV. It's 24/7 on Frank Speech, and my show is every night at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and we do just like you do, Steve. We just keep reporting.
Oh, Jesus. We do just like you, Steve. We talk out of our ass endlessly. And yeah, seriously, Kevin. Is it Cavan? I think it's Cavan. I'm going to go with that, Cavan. The fascinating part of this is that he has been reduced to the lowest part of his life, which is basically doing what I do, which is having to live stream at a certain time every night. I happen to love it and did it by choice. This is the wind down for him. The same as Trump. Trump's selling a coffee table book. I mean, they're in the ladder of life. There's President of the United States selling a coffee table book.
What's going on? The positives, everybody. There are so many positive things going on out there. Those truckers in Canada, all the stuff that's manifesting to, we're going to.
By the way, I got to say, the symbology with the cross and the partial flag, and why it has 8 stars for no other reason than just kind of aesthetic. It concerns me that we're going to find out there's a meaning behind 8 stars and 3 stripes, right? Oh, good. I'm glad I got it right. It looks a little prison gang Peckerwood German flag is what it looks like.
Go into Canada now, and these mandates are getting pulled down. Hopefully, that's the start of something around the world.
Yeah, it is, and it has. It is. It's the start of. And you know what? Though it has nothing to do with the truckers. These truckers that are going to they're going to drive to D.C. and end up there in a couple of weeks. They're going to get there after most of the mask mandates and stuff are gone. Time moves forward. You're not making progress. Life is changing under your feet, dum-dum. Ugh.
Get our freedoms back, because if we lose our voice, we lose it all. If they cancel our voice, we lose it all.
Yeah, I feel so moved. If they cancel our voice, and thank God he's got a backup, because he's got Lindell TV and Frank Speech, and they just air the same thing on 2 separate websites. I mean, honestly. Oh, thank you, Sylvia, for and from Canada even. Bless your heart for doing that. I appreciate it. Oops, I opened up my screen. Cancel. Move that there. There you go. Thank you. All right. So there's we have a bunch today. Obviously, you can look at Mike Lindell's face and say to yourself, this is the face of a man who feels like he's winning, who believes the best days are ahead of him. And this is, they're in such, as he often says, they're in such a better place than they were. They're so much further ahead. They're this close to being that far away. We need to find some way to let's see, can I do that on here? I probably can.